Finland is one of the #1 countries in the world because we have been able to do what many people call impossible, to design a system that is both equitable and high quality simultaneously. So I think this fact that we have a strong equity in the system, meaning that children can learn in school regardless where they come from, is one of the success factors and one of the areas that makes Finnish education very interesting. First of all, I'm not an entrepreneur myself, but I think that Finland is a good place to think and start your business, because we have masses of young people who have gone through the school that is free and flexible and creative and open, and therefore I think we have a lot of open space in Finland to think broadly and outside of the box, and it's very easy to find young people and individuals in general who are fearless in trying something new, and they are not afraid of making mistakes, and they can learn their failures. So this is a really creative and open place for that. Well, one thing that educational system can learn from startup culture certainly is that if you expect good things, they often require several cycles of trying and testing things. In education, we often hope and believe that everything has to work immediately, and if it doesn't work, then we go and try something else. I think the startup culture can teach educators the fact that if something doesn't work in education, if you, for example, introduce an education reform or a new idea, what you should do is to try to improve, try to understand why it doesn't work, and improve it and try again and try again and try again until it works. And this is exactly at the heart of the startup culture, if I understand it. Nobody knows what the future will be, but I think in my future I still see a school or institution or community as a central place for learning. Although the artificial intelligence and smart intelligent machines will challenge that and will probably take over much of the traditional part of schooling and teaching and learning. But my future of learning is still something that takes place in the community in collaboration with other people, other like-minded people. It's much more about communication. It's much more about collective problem solving. It's much more about building empathy, learning empathy together. The school will stay there, but the learning will change. I think we have several things there. One is, of course, how you can design or redesign your own education system so that it will be both equitable and higher quality for everybody, more inclusive, more fair education system. I think the other thing is that we can really teach the world the right way to think about teachers and the teaching profession. What does it take to have good teachers across your system? And thirdly, probably, I would say that the designing, the architecture of the entire education system is something that is at the heart of the know-how that Finland has and that Finland can offer to others. How to design a whole system of education for everybody.